everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Welcome to this week's edition, Healed Then Married. I had to add a couple of more points to the conversation before I went away from this because I was like, I have something I want to say to my sisters. So I hope that you join me. I had to not do that nail polish, y'all. It was chipping. It was looking a mess, so I got rid of that. But I did bring my coffee. If you got my book, Lipstick and Coffee, and a little candle here because I listened to that Erica Badu and Jill Scott on IG Live. If you missed that, it was a whole soulful moment. And the sisterhood was real, so I truly enjoyed that. But listen, I brought my coffee and my lipstick. I guess I should say it the other way: lipstick and coffee. And this lipstick is LA Color Matte Liquid, but I really like it. And then now y'all know this is all types of ghetto. I know I just need to invest in a new brown pencil, but this is my favorite. It's by X, and it's just a chocolate brown lip liner, and I'm gonna add that to the conversation, okay? But I have a couple of more points I want to share with you before we walk away from this conversation. Sis, how do you know you're not ready to date or be married yet, and you got a little more healing to do? You got some residue left there? Let me give you a couple of more points, and then we're gonna move on past this, okay? So I made my introductions last video, so I'm not gonna do that this time. So point one, just go with me. You make yourself available to men who are not available. That hurt, didn't it? That hurt me when I wrote that. I was like, ooh, I am guilty. As charged. You make yourself available to men who are unavailable. Now, let me tell you what that looks like. He's already married or in a committed relationship. Sis, if you dating a married man, honey, ain't nothing good coming from that but a whole bunch of karma and a whole bunch of heartbreak. So you're compounding your healing, your issues with, that's just an ugly road. We don't want to mess with that. Because I know I'm not good at sharing. So even if he's married or not, and I'm guilty, I have messed with a man who was in a relationship or called wrapping up a relationship or whatever the lie was. I was there. And it was an ugly road, and I had to go back and apologize to that sister that I was out of line. So if he's married, you show out of order, sis. He don't belong to you, honey. He belongs to her and God. So let them deal with that, and you run the other way as fast as possible. And then my other sub point up under that is he's not ready to settle down. Now, y'all know y'all done heard your man tell you, I'm just not ready to settle down. I'm just blah, blah, blah. We've heard it all before, but guess what we did? Ignored it, girl. We ignored that warning. Well, let's heed to that warning because it's real. If he says he's not ready to commit and that's what you want, then don't settle, sis. He's not the man God has called for you, girl. Then, afraid to commit due to past hurt. We kind of talked about this last time, so I'm not going to, keep going over that. But if you've been hurt and you're afraid to commit, you're not ready, sis. You still got some residue. Now, point two. Now, as we go on to point two, y'all, I love this coffee cup. Before I get into point two, trust in the Lord with all your heart. All of it. All. Okay? Trust in him. Don't even try to go no other way. If you having some doubts with him, it's some things he needs to get in line. I'm using this to put my line on. I might need to use my mirror for it to be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, this liner, y'all. I just love it. I do. So, my point two, if you have a child or children with a man and you find yourself kind of doing this, you paint him in a negative light to his children. Now, I can tell you that's one thing I have never been guilty of. And you know why? Because I didn't have my kids by myself, and I'm not going to raise them by myself. So I need me and you be the best of friends on communicate best as possible. Was it all easy? But it was worth it. Because now, me and him are cool as a fan, baby. And we have done a great job doing the best we could raising our children together. He don't get to get a break if I don't get to get one. You understand what I'm saying? I love y'all, but no, stop doing that because you're not just impacting yourself, you're impacting your children, and that's going to come back to bite you. Why would you want your child to think negatively of the man that you used to love? Explain that. I never understood that, okay? Because now you're doing something to your child you shouldn't want to do. B, Despite his efforts, you find a way to make it difficult for him to have a relationship with his children. If you're telling him, baby, because you dating her, you can't see my child, or if you don't be with me, you can't see my child, or you giving him all kind of issues and drama at the pickup spot and all of that, you're doing too much, sis. Let him go. Move on. Y'all are not together anymore. Once you start doing all that, that's going to turn him sour anyway. And you're impacting the child in a negative way. And at the end of the day, what matters most is the mental health of our children, the well-being of our children. Remember, the body and the mind might not remember trauma, but the body does. So be mindful of what you're transferring to your child. Children watch from a very young age. They're paying attention. So just be mindful of that. I made another quick note, then I'm going to leave y'all after I put the lipstick and get my lipstick popping. If you have problems with everybody he meets, girl, every girlfriend can't be not to your standards, because it's not even your standards that really matter. If he's a good dad, then you should trust him to make good choices when it comes to your children. It's him you trust. Okay? Because when my kid's dad started dating other women, I ain't do no tripping. I got to know her. Made sure that she understood that I was not a threat to their relationship, and made sure that all I wanted was what was in the best interest of my children. And that's for them to be happy wherever they are. So if that's with him or if that's with me, and he had to do the same thing, vice versa. He had to trust me to make good decisions with who I brought around our children. So that's what I'm telling you, sis. If you're struggling in those areas, you're still cutting for a boy. And it's time for you to let it go so that you can heal and get what God has, the man that God has for you. And it's not going to come with all that drama, I promise you. So I'm excited to talk to you guys, and I'm just going to go now. But make sure you order my book, Lipstick and Coffee. Follow me on IG, Survivor Tara Robinson. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be here and helping my sisters heal. And men, if you want to join the conversation, please do. I'll talk to you next week. Take care of your heart, sis. You deserve love.